Hopefully third time's the charm. Anyway, it is April the 17th, 2015. Time to recap today's trading. Came in this morning, wanted to be a seller in the E-mini. Hopefully we could get off a trade in the 95 area. We said it might take 90s, 92s to get off a short. And you can see that's exactly what happened. This is a mean green trade that set up nicely for us. Produced a great trade. If you stayed short, that's a big trade. You're talking about 10 points. Market comes back up. There's a retest failure trade right here. Short, when you break that bar's low, another winner. Right here off of this S, the software generated trade short, another winner. There's no trade off that B. There's no trade off that S. Market comes back, and this is a stretch. It's not the best retest failure, but that could have been a winner for you too. This B at best was a scratch, maybe 2 points. Another retest failure right here, 2 points. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts to go higher here, and we can't go higher. If you can't go higher in 5 or 6 attempts, somebody's going to sell it. So here's our first break. That's a beautiful retest failure, plus software generated trade, plus so on and so forth. So really, really a good day trading. And what made it a great day to trade? We had some range. We trade, what's our low? 65, 90 to 65. I mean, that's a big day. That's a lot of range, and you can really do a lot of work on it. That's not been the case in the E-mini most of the times this month. It's been a tough month trade. Okay, looking at this screen right here, the F1 screen, a lower high and a lower low. First trade out of the chute on Sunday night in Globex, or Monday. Should look for a place to get short, so we're a seller off of this screen. Looking at the F2 screen, it will be confirmed. We had multiple distributions lower. And you can see we've got 1, 2, 3 distributions in the day session, and there was 2 more above it out of the night session. So the market is selling. If 67.72 turns into resistance, then I'm pretty confident that we're going to see the 2050 areas. So if the market were to close right now, we'd be trying to sell 69s to 71s. And sell to would be 74, 76. And then our first buy would be 60, 62. If we break that area, I think we're going to go down to 50, 52. And at 2050, because it's a round number, I wouldn't be afraid to get long at that point. But pretty heavy selling today. And that should give us at least 1 short come Monday. The only entity I could see big-time buyer would be the plunge protection team by the Fed, trying to keep the selling orderly. Okay, both the note and the bond broke this morning off the CPI news. The Fed might raise interest rates sooner rather than later, sell bonds, sell notes. And that's pretty much what happened. But we found buyers off weakness in the E-mini. And the news out is just, the news, if you think about it, isn't good. Muslims kill 12 Christians, throw them overboard as they're trying to get away from Africa. These people are coming into the country. The Ukraine, the Middle East is on fire. Greece, what's going to happen to Greece right now? You're not really a very willing seller of treasuries. You might trade them, but you're probably not going to dump your treasuries in this. So we end up with a higher low and a higher high, and that makes us buyers come Monday, or Globex on Sunday night. Looking at the F2 screen, we get a move out of the middle in G period, certainly in J. So we got a couple of distributions up, and they came right out of the right spot down here. This distribution says we should get long, ideally in the 20 to 24 area, to see if we can take out the buck, 130 even. So if the market were to close right now, right here at this spot, we'd be a seller 31 to 03, right where we were this morning. Only this morning it was 27 to 31. We'd raise it a little bit. Then 7 to 11 for sell 2. On the buy side, we'd be trying to buy the 23.19 area, try to pick up this area right here in that area. and then we'd be trying to pick up 13 to 17. Again, the fundamental news around the world shows economic slowing, and that makes treasuries more valuable. The dollar is also strong, which makes treasuries more valuable. There's two ways to make money. So again, I don't think anybody dumps their bond or note portfolios without obvious news. He asked, how can the E-mini and financials both sell today off this morning's news? Well, it just means that the Fed can raise interest rates sooner rather than later, sell bonds, sell equities. Equities would come down because the support is coming from the Fed's outright support. Financials come down because of higher interest rates. Okay, if we were to close this thing at 19, strong market, right? So 23, 27, that's leaning against resistance, sell one. Usually we have a pause day after a big run up like this. If the E-mini continues to sell over the weekend, we do not want to be short. The buyout, last rotation breakout was from 10, and then taking out the other day, you're from 5, so we're going to split it. We're going to go 5 to 9. We've been able to get to our points without a lot of waiting or dithering in this contract, and 29 to 01 for buy 2. Gold. I think, same situation at Treasuries. If I have gold, I'm sure as hell not going to get rid of it. I mean, what could happen over the weekend? We do have a seller at 12.10. We do have a buyer in the 90 to 95 area, and right now we're at 12.04. So I can sell failure to get through 8 to 10. I can sell the 15 area with my setups. On the buy side, we're at 04, so this 1200 area would be buy 1. The preferred buy would be 95, 97. Looking at crude, today, contango, convergence to the expiring May contract. That was the play. You want to find a place to sell it to play for convergence. And we had a 58 even. We had 58 and a quarter, and the market made it 37 today. So not perfect, but pretty damn good. And that turned out to be the high of the day. We had this breakout down here in the 56 area on May expiration, so 56, 56.50 might be pretty good support too. Tends to move in $2 to 3 handles, $2 to $3 ranges. So closing right here at 57.50, 57 give or take buy 1, 56.50 buy 2. I think the breakout trade is from here with this retest in this area right here is probably a little more certain than 57, but that's what we have to live with. And 57.75, 58 sell 1, 58 and a quarter, 58.50 sell 2. And last but not least, the 6C. Nothing good for the euro is going to come out of the whatever the settlement is done with Greece. Greece needs the cash flow. That costs the European Union money. Greece defaults on all of that. That costs the European Union money. So anything that happens with Greece is going to increase the obligations of the European Union, the European Central Bank. So we're looking for places to sell it. So this 40 to 50 area, sell one, and you can see we spilled from 23. So we're going to put a question mark at 25. Getting short above 25, I think, is the trade. On the buy side, 107.50. That's today we had an 857.50 mark at 100 points. I think that's a possibility. So buy 750. Better buy 107 even. But we hear all sorts of dates: May the 9th, June the 24th. Next week, it's been April the 9th. This thing, they can keep rolling it. They can find ways to extend it without Greece formally being in bankruptcy. Right now, they are informally in bankruptcy. So there's no cheap, easy way to unwind this. You can delay it, and politicians are just, they're fabulous at delaying painful, expensive positions and trying to put that on somebody else's shoulders. So that's what's happening in Europe right now. Folks, have a great weekend. Hopefully it's better than planned. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. I'm out of here.